Well, good afternoon, everyone. See, as I say, there are three very difficult things to do in life. One is, it's very, very difficult to climb a wall which is leaning towards you. Everyone agrees? Very difficult to climb a wall which is leaning towards you. You can easily climb a wall which is leaning away from you. Very difficult to kiss a girl who is leaving you. Everyone has the experience, seems. And third and the most difficult is, very difficult to create your passion, to work for your purpose. And that's what I'm going to talk today. Live your passion to shape your future, to shape the destiny of the nation. And that's where I'm going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is, again, I will repeat, live your passion to shape your future, and I'm sure we can shape the future of the nation too. Job conditioning, be unreasonable, getting engaged, and of course, the last being execution is some of the topics I will touch which are very close to my heart. Job conditioning. The day a child is born, the focus is either I become an engineer or a doctor, depending upon the family he or she lives in. If you're a politician, you're bound to be taking the route. The problem is we do not know the purpose of our life, the purpose we want to live on. The focus is, let's do engineering, and the focus is, how much is the package we are getting from this college? The purpose is package. The purpose is not the content. The purpose is not the passion. And that's where I suppose the major difference is, we are conditioned from the childhood to have a job. And sarkari mil gayi, if it is a government job, then it is the best one. If it is not sarkari, at least Tata ki mil jaye, Tata ki nahi ho to Bata ki mil jaye. But a job which will make sure you will get even married. There are cases where people are looking for a pure, secure job so that even the marriage could be there. Now, if you imagine if the focus is on marriage, if the focus is on a package, if the focus is on becoming a slave in a company, where is the purpose and where is the passion? And that is where I keep meeting people in life. I yesterday met a very senior guy who just retired. He said, Krishan, I'm so delighted. You're living your life, you're living your passion. I said, my friend, you could have done it. He says, I never had the courage to do what you're doing. So the best part, what I came to know was the honesty from his side. And I said, still, time is there, you can live your passion. Because you have learned your mistakes, you have learned through your experiences, and it's time for you to live your passion. The second difficult part is, we all like reasonable, logical things. You know why we like logical, reasonable things? We don't want to accept challenges. Anything which is unreasonable is challenging. Even we as parents like our children to be logical. My friend, time has come. If you want to really live your passion, you have to be illogical. You have to be unreasonable. Then only you will be able to create some unique passion, unique difference in your life. And whatever I'm talking with you, I will share with you in actual words how we have made a difference by executing everything what we are doing. Above all, unless we are engaged with the work what we are doing, it is impossible to deliver time-bound results. It is impossible to have the passion in our life. And if you see this slide, on one side, you see on the y-axis is intensity of energy, and on the x-axis is focus of energy. If you see, unless you have got high intensity of energy and high focus of energy, which is the result-oriented zone. And the problem is, we are living either in a laid-back zone, we are living either in a political zone or a comfort zone, but very rarely you will find people living in a result-oriented zone. And this is the zone I say always as a engaged zone also. Let me take you to your personal life. Remember the time when you were Flirting in life, right? You were flirting in life, I'm sure, one part of time. Flirting is what? Tons of energy. Intensity of energy is very high, but the focus is missing. From flirting, you move to engaged zone, where the focus is there and the intensity of energy is also very, very high. And you know, the engagement time, it is not the money that matters. You make sure, even if it's a birthday celebration or whatever it is the best way you create a special experience. That's because you are engaged. The intensity and focus is high on a single woman or a single man. From engaged zone, where we move? We move to the comfort zone or the marriage zone. That's where we say, this is now mine, the security zone is there, there is insecurity is missing. And that's where we get to a comfort zone where only the focus stays, the intensity of energy is missing. And still in India, we are very, very lucky not to have low intensity of energy and low focus of energy, because the divorce rates are still very, very less in our country. Finally, if you have to live your passion, execution is where we fail as a country. We fail as a nation too. The reason is, everyone has got dreams, everyone thinks big, but the question is, do you have that dare to do things? Do you have that will for you to execute that? While I was driving from Delhi to this place, many places, some of the flyovers are there. They are there from last many, many years. That's because of the poor execution. What happens due to poor execution? Even the cost of the project goes from X to Y. And who suffers at the end of the day? The project suffers, the execution, and the nation as a whole suffers. Now, same is true in our personal life. If you want to shape your future, if you want to really live our passion, execution is something we can or we must live on. Now, let me just share with you some of the things what we did. Separately, we decided to set up an authentic organic product company. We said, let's go to the remotest village in Bundelkhand. Bought a land from a farmer. There is nothing to live on. There is no water, no power. The worst place ever to ask a consultant to set up a plant. And we said, let's be unreasonable. And we are there. Within 15 days, we had visitors coming from Europe. Let me see what is happening over there. India's best certified plant is established in the India's most backward area you can ever think of. This is the plant from inside. Moonlighting, we don't require any power inside the plant during the daytime. And it's again, I'm repeating, it's in the remotest village area where even a dog is not seen. Forget about human beings. There's no power. We said we will not pollute this area. It's clean. We took the high power, high tension connection. Again, being unreasonable execution, and all this was done within 4 months flat. People said you will need at least 4 years to set up a plant like this. And we said, no, we'll do in 4 months. We ended up doing it in 5 months. We said, let's take a call together, let's heal the world. Why just heal the village? And that's where we started moving on. This is the real picture of the people who were digging and had nothing to live on. And these people are running now the best of the automatic machines in this area. The purpose to show here is celebrating with the farmers. The purpose here is to show you that being unreasonable, being illogical, being passionate does makes a difference. It's possible, it's practical. So I'm not just talking, I'm just sharing with you my views and showing you practically also this is possible and is being done. This is my boardroom. 1,000-year-old banyan tree, no power, no air conditioning, and I'm yet to see a person coming across the world or from India to complain. They say this is the best experience ever they had. And this is where the difference we are able to make in the lives of the people. And that's where, again, I'm repeating whatever I was talking about, from job conditioning to being unreasonable, everything is being executed by us. The leprosy home, 70 families are being taken care of properly. This village has been made plastic free. And of course, the blessings from the boss. Finally, before I sum up, I would close with a story which is very, very close to my heart, which is, has water entered your ship? You know, for ship to sail, the most important thing is not the machine or the motor or the diesel or the fuel. The most important thing is water, right? Unless the water is there, a ship cannot sail. But if the same water enters the ship, remember what I'm saying again. If the same water, which is must for ship to sail, enters the ship, ship no longer can sail, it sinks. Friends, same is true in our life. Money is very, very, very important. Let's be very, very clear. Without money, it is impossible to live. It is impossible to survive. I want to drive the best. I want to live the best. I want to give best to my family. But not at the cost of killing the environment, not at the cost of killing the farmer, not at the cost of killing the customer. Money, same thing, should not enter our heart. The day it happens, we will again sink as a nation, sink as an individual, sink as a family. This is the least we can do. Thank you so much for your patient listening.